Yes. Can I help you?
Yeah, we're back in the museum
Uh-huh.
doing a little video. One of our subscribers asked a question, what are these white things that you see all over the place and it has stuff on it?
We get questions about these from time to time, and I've talked about it before when I was explaining the shelf system, because we get them all over the place. You see up on here, and you've seen them before, you just didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Because these are used primarily in clothing stores and in shoe stores and places like that, and it's called a slat wall. And the shelves are, of course, called slats, and mostly they're these transparent sort
Acrylic.
of little shelves, yeah. And it's got a tooth. And you insert it in the wall and drop it into place just like that. And they come in different widths. This is like a 3-inch variety. They go as little as like 1 inch, and you can make your adjustment however you want. That way, however you want to set these up, you can move these all over the place instead of having like a bookcase or something or other shelving system that you buy that has fixed shelves, or the shelves adjust like DVD shelves or bookshelves. There's only so much adjusting you can do in there, and then you're kind of stuck, or the depth is too much. That's a big problem with bookshelves. People have stuff and they end up putting things behind each other. You know, it's like, oh, I can display this, but then I got to put this back here, or it's way deep in the shelf, or it's way up front, and it just doesn't work. These worked out really well, and there's like dozens of different kinds of shelves. Like you see, I've got the smaller ones there. These are tinier.
Yeah, and you see that here.
Yeah, I got a bunch over there.
Yeah, it's kind of dark, but
then-
that's there.
You know, if you need something broader or heavier, and you can stair step it however you want.
Yeah.
They get
It's
larger.
super wide,
This is a
super
much
long.
bigger example. Or you can literally, like if you see on the bottom here, it looks like a bookshelf shelf, because they have these, and you can set these in here. You can get a set of these, and there are shelves made to go right on there. And
you see that here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just give an example real quick. That's what this shelf is, and it's hovering here in the middle. And if I look underneath, see, you can see the hooks.
and
Now
those
you
come in-
can't put a lot of heavy things on there. I just wanted to say that real quick.
Yeah, I wouldn't put a statue on it.
No.
But I mean, you could, or you know, if you got like, instead of just 2 like I have there, if you put a row of those, it might be okay. And those shelves, these shelves come in different sizes also. And then you have hooks, like that's a retail peg hook. So you can put this in there if you want to hang something carded, and you even have a little signage option there if you want to do that. Or if you just want to do like a regular hook like this. And all of these things come colored too.
Yeah.
So you don't have to get white. You don't have to get transparent necessarily. Although I like the transparent ones, because obviously, you know, like you see here, you can see the bottom of everything there.
Yeah.
It kind of disappears into the display that way. And this is, they don't cost much.
No.
You know, that's the funny thing. Unless you're in Canada, apparently. I had one guy contact me from Canada and said it was crazy expensive there. But it's Canada, and a lot of things are more expensive than they should be. But like a standard wall, which this one is like 8 by 4, that's 8 feet wide and 4 feet tall. Usually between $30 to $50.
Yeah, and also a store going out of business.
Yes.
Because we got some of them.
Yeah, these thin ones came from a Payless.
Payless shoe store.
Yeah.
And then we went on the internet, and it's a company here in Atlanta that sells these, and they sell these center displays.
Yeah, like this.
This is the same thing. It's a slat wall, and he has hooks on it.
Yes,
and
any of these shelves or hooks will go in there the same exact way.
yeah, and this one also center display from Shoe City or whatever, Payless.
Yeah.
And it has the same style of shelving on
These
it.
cages are the same thing too. I don't have anything on this now, but they have.
I have it on mine
Yeah, they have the same kind of hooks.
right here.
Yeah, where you can just kind of, and she's got black ones on hers.
Yeah.
But you see how it just kind of goes between the bars, and then you have a peg hook for hanging your figures.
And you can buy the hooks on eBay, like 100 of them for $10.
Yeah, something
They're,
like
they're
that.
really cheap. And then they come in different lengths. So you can get long ones, short ones, different colored ones.
But this is what we decided to go with in order to be able to utilize the space to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
Instead of filling the room up with bookshelves and trying to squeeze things in, you set up a slat wall, and then you can put the shelves wherever you want
Yeah.
and arrange it however you feel, however you please. If I want to put a big piece right in the middle there, I just need to get a slat that comes out further, and then take those out, and I can squeeze whatever I want in there.
And they're awesome for Funko Pops. We have
Oh,
our
yeah.
Funko Pops on them. They're in the hallway and it's really dark.
Yeah, we can transition out into the hallway if you
Yeah.
want to and just show you real
Okay,
quick.
let's do that. And
Voila, here we are.
yeah,
But you see what, like, this is Trinessa's pops here. This is LPH's pops, and you can see what she did. The shelf just kind of blends in.
Yeah.
And then she just put them 3 high.
yeah. And I just adjusted them down. And then at the bottom here is a row of, I have one of those big ones there, but then there's some smaller shelves down here at the bottom. But they're perfect for Funko Pops. I've seen a lot of people, and they have bookcases, and CD cases do good for
Yeah,
Funko
CD,
Pop.
DVD cases work to a point because you always end up with gaps.
Yeah.
But this way, there's almost no gaps. The
Yeah.
only gap is like a 1.5, 2-inch slot right through there.
Yeah, but I think it works great. And you just you space the shelves out. And look how they fit on there. It's hardly no lip. You
Yeah.
know. It's,
And there are shorter shelves too, so if you wanted to eliminate this altogether, you can use like that other one that I showed you. They do make them shorter, smaller, larger.
Yeah.
There's dozens of different sizes and shapes.
and then this is his over
This
here.
mine's kind of a mess.
Yeah,
I've got gaps.
got some work to do.
Well, I took a bunch out, but you know.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what these are. Slat wall shelves. You can find them. You can find them on the internet. They're a little more expensive, but if it's a store going out of business, go there. They always sell it. When they say they're selling furniture and fixtures, these are the fixtures.
And that's where we got our tables too, because we paid like $15 for sets of tables.
Yeah, for like a set of 3.
Yeah.
It was like $15.
And so that worked out really well too. So yeah, watch out for stores going out of business and look for manufacturers or outlets that sell to retail shops for stuff like this, because they'll sell to the public. They don't care.
Yeah, because that's where after we bought some and we saw that it was going well, I found a place here in Atlanta, and they sell to retail, but you can go in there and say, hey, I need this. And the ones that we bought were in the scrap bin, because they had like dents in them.
Or they had they had paint application problems.
So they sold them cheaper than what they would normally sell. So it worked out pretty good.
But yeah, I mean, every once in a while we get questions about that. And like I said, I had done a video on the slat walls some time ago, some months ago. But yeah, we don't mind talking about it if anybody has any questions about stuff.
Yeah, and also another thing about businesses that are going out of business, if you go in and you tell them, hey, I need slat walls, sometimes they throw the hooks in for free, or the shelves.
That's right, because Payless gave us a ton of them. They were like, we're not going to be able to sell these. Do you want them?
Yeah, and they gave us a ton of these little
white
shoe
shelves.
racks.
These white shelves.
Yeah,
too.
they gave us
a bunch of
those. They gave us this size. If I can get it off. This size is called a shoe rack, a shoe shelf, shoe shelf.
Slat, whatever.
They gave us that, and then they gave us some hooks. because they know they couldn't really sell it.
Yeah, they would have ended up throwing it away.
Yeah. So, I mean, go in and say, hey, I need some fixtures. And are you selling these hooks?
Yeah.
Well, oh, can you throw in some hooks? You know, just phrase it.
Sure.
And sometimes you make out very, very well.
Yeah, and it worked out well for us, and we've got them all the way around.
Yeah.
And that way we can fill up the walls everywhere however we want, and that leaves us the middle space to work with instead of just having bookshelves everywhere or spending a fortune on Deltovs. You know, a lot of people, they don't have that kind of money to throw around on it for IKEA furniture.
Yeah, and they're nice. They got lights. Do they come with lights, or you put lights in them?
I'm not sure.
Well, anyway,
I haven't messed around.
A lot of people got lights in them, and that's cool, but it is expensive.
It is.
So if you want to go the cheaper route,
and I think it works really well.
Yeah, and it looks good if you set it up nice. I think it actually looks good
on this wall. How I just kind of filled the whole thing in. There's not too much space there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Or hers with the Vintage Masters, where she just kind of
just filled it up.
Yeah, filled up the whole wall.
And we got some more over here, like this Ninja Turtle. That's a slat wall.
Yeah, and that's pretty full.
It's crammed.
But and you can't even see the shelves. They're like floating there.
Yeah. So you have a lot of options, a lot of things that you can do. You just got to kind of think outside the box, get creative, ask people, hey, what do you do for as far as displaying your figures?
Yeah, and that's where these tables came from too. But I mean, it was like 1, 2, and then these green shelves down here, those like stool kind of shelves. They had like 3 or 4 of them with each of these table sets.
Yeah.
Like large table, medium table that goes underneath, and then like 4 of those for $15.
Yeah.
Going out of clearance.
And like, again, these center displays.
What was it, Dress Barn, I think?
Yeah, Dress Barn gave us a lot of tables.
Yeah.
And then you have these are they call them jewelry or accessory displays.
Yeah,
that's what it's called.
And I like these for dividers.
Yeah, they divide
really
up the room. And again, you see hooks. We have hooks and we have shelves. So you have a lot of options there. Anything else?
I don't think so. I mean, I hope that answers any questions about it. You know, and you look for it in your area. See if there's any retail outlets that'll sell these things. Like I said, most of the time it's between $30 or $50 for an 8x4, and just get a stud finder. Don't just put it on the wall.
No, put it in the stud.
They are heavy.
They are
heavy, and you can put the screws like right between the slats.
Yeah.
Right in those openings.
Is that a screw where your finger is?
No, but I mean,
it's one over here. I'll just show.
Yeah, see, you put it right between on the stud, so that it'll hold to the wall without a problem.
Yeah.
And of course, this is like an enamel coating or a vinyl coating or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can spray paint this. You can repaint it or whatever if you want to.
Also, how I found that outlet, I went on Craigslist and I just typed in, for sale slat walls. And some came up, and even when we needed more, it was a business that was going out of sale. They sold me, I think 2 for like $10.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
Yeah, so just get on Craigslist, type in slat wall. It's one word. Yeah, see what you get. Sometimes small stores are going out of business. They might have 1 or 2, and you can cut them down to size with a regular old saw. Like
you can
wood saw.
Yeah, if you can level it off if you know how to do that kind of thing. You can slice them right in half or cut the bottoms, because that's what happened here. This is actually 1.5.
Yeah.
So I cut it across this way, right between, so that I could fill the whole wall up to where this shelf is.
And some of them we had to cut down the middle to make some thinner ones.
Yeah.
So you can cut it if you got a skill saw. You can cut it with a skill saw.
That's what I ended up doing here, where you see the vintage Joes.
Yeah, that's a real time.
That was extra. That was left over off of something else that I cut, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I can stick it right there in that one little space and utilize this area too.
Yeah. So, you know, get creative. You can paint it, you can cut it to the size you want. And all you have to do, get on Craigslist, type in slat wall, and just see what pops up in your area. You'll be
Yeah.
surprised. And once you get there, they might have a whole lot of other things that you can use.
That'll surprise you.
Yeah.
Because the place we went, they had, and we showed video footage of that too.
Yeah.
They had a glass display, all sorts of like store display stuff.
Yeah.
That would work great if that's what you're looking for.
Alrighty. So until next time.